Alias 11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K Universe Mode. We are back for Monday Night Raw, hot off the heels of tables, ladders, and chairs. And ladies and gentlemen, we're on the road to the Royal Rumble. But, most importantly tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a lot ahead of us. We're kicking off the show with some singles action here in Austin, Texas. Some singles action to kick us off tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Elias. I will admit, the one downside of the change from 2K20 back to 2K19 here in Universe is we do not have the 2K20 Elias entrance. Either way, the Drifter looking to make his way to the ring. Elias coming down to the ring tonight. Elias is he's flown a bit under the radar here in Universe lately. We haven't seen terribly much of him, but tonight he is taking on Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews, a hot rising star here on Monday Night Raw. He's been raising his stock for a while here lately with a great match against the likes of AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. And tonight, he is taking on the Drifter in our opening contest. The Royal Rumble, you know, it favors a guy like Apollo Crews. He's a bit of a dark horse heading into a match like the Royal Rumble. Nobody's really expecting Apollo Crews. And, you know, never say never in the Royal Rumble. You can always have an unexpected winner. But it's going to be Apollo Crews and Elias right now. Here we go. Oh wow, and Elias went straight for Crews, who finds the counter. Apollo Crews now looking to pick up Elias, and Elias finds the counter. Elias now with Crews. You can imagine both of these guys will probably be making appearances in the Royal Rumble in a few weeks' time. If you cannot tell, I'm very excited. It may still be 4 weeks away, but I'm very excited for the Royal Rumble. It's one of my favorite shows of the year. One of my favorite times of the year, because you never know who's going to show up. And the Royal Rumble itself is very fun. And we've got two of them this year. We've got a men's and women's 30-person Rumble. Apollo Crews knocking back Elias. And Crews with a kick to the face. Apollo Crews now picks Elias up to his feet. And Crews with Elias into the side of the ring apron. 4 count now as Crews sends Elias back in the ring. Apollo Crews now up to the top rope. And Apollo telling Elias to get up. What's Apollo thinking here? Apollo Crews, elbow strike to Elias. Managed to take him down there. Now Crews. Oh, Elias with a DDT. What a great night we had last night as TLC as well. We saw Drew McIntyre obliterate Seth Rollins. Rollins will no longer be challenging Drew McIntyre as long as he is champion because of that. And also had a lot of other action at TLC. We saw a new WWE Champion crown on SmackDown as Elias just pulled Apollo Crews up by the back of his head. And now Elias picks Crews up to his feet. And Elias has Crews by the arm, and Crews is down on one knee. Apollo Crews, right hand. And another. And a third. Knocks Elias back. And Crews. Right hand. Here we go. Now it's Apollo's turn. And no, Elias kicking out his knees. Crews counters again. And Crews, look at that. Managed to take down Elias. Elias now pulls himself up against the ropes, and Apollo Crews dumps him out of the ring. Apollo Crews up to the top rope. Crews dives onto Elias on the outside. With a big splash there from Apollo Crews. As now Crews throws Elias back in the ring. And Apollo Crews picking up the Drifter. And Apollo with a chop. No, Elias counters with a right. And Elias, no, hung up in the ropes by Apollo. And now Apollo Crews picks him up. And Apollo Crews, right hand to Elias. Oh, went for a drop kick. Elias got him with a knee out of the air, though. Elias went for a right. Crews misses. And now Elias with a suplex takes down Apollo Crews. Cover by Elias. Apollo Crews' foot was under the rope, so that is going to be a rope break. And now Elias, right hand to Crews. And Apollo with a drop kick. Picks Elias back up to his feet. Now Apollo chops him. Clotheslines him. Kips up. And Apollo going up top again. Here we go. Crews. What's the big man going to do here? Diving headbutt to Elias. Into a cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Elias. And now Apollo Crews. No! Elias takes him down. And Elias kicks him in the ribs. Oh, I thought we were going to see drift away. Look at the strength of Elias. Hits him with a military press slam. And now the drifter looking to take the turnbuckle pad off. And Elias now picking up Apollo Crews. Elias has him up on his shoulders. And takes him down with a knee into the back. Elias now picking Crews up. And Elias grabs Apollo. I think he was going to think to put him in that steel. Oh! Was going to try and use that exposed turnbuckle, but Apollo Crews step up enziguri into a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out from Elias. Apollo Crews now calling Elias up to his feet. Elias now staggering to his feet. Crews grabs him, pops him up, and the spinning sit-out powerbomb from Apollo. 2, 3. A huge victory for Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews puts down Elias tonight. Another big win for this rising star here on Monday Night Raw. Apollo Crews with a huge victory over Elias. But that's not all we've got tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We still have plenty more action coming up on tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. So without any further ado, we're going to see what's going on with the rest of this week's episode of Raw. Well, of course, we just had our opening contest between Crews and Elias. The team of Andrade and Angel Garza, who apparently started to call themselves, what's it say here? I apologize to any native Spanish speakers. I may butcher this, but this is what I've been informed to call them. Leyendas en Ciernes, which apparently translates to Budding Legends. They knocked off Mojo Rawley and Riddick Moss in tag team action. Asuka with another big win tonight. She knocks off Liv Morgan. The Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, knocks off R-Truth. Up next, we're going to see the return of Humberto Carillo. He made a very short stint here on Raw a few months ago when Universe first started. He's back tonight. He takes on AJ Styles. And in our main event, Austin Theory takes on Universal Champion Drew McIntyre. Well, we're currently on the hunt for a new contender to face Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins out of the picture indefinitely, and as long as Drew McIntyre is world champion, Seth Rollins will no longer be able to challenge him. So maybe this man could be next in line, the phenomenal AJ Styles. It's very possible. AJ Styles, of course, has some history with Drew McIntyre here in Universe nowadays. He was part of Team McIntyre back in Survivor Series. But AJ Styles, he's been on a roll as of late. He went under the radar for a little while here on Raw. He kind of flew under the radar, got some losses, had a couple wins here and there, never really got any pay-per-view matches though. But tonight, he is here on Raw, and he's taking on, in a way, a newcomer to Monday Night Raw. But yes, AJ's taking on newcomer to Monday Night Raw here. He's taking on Humberto Carillo. Alberto making his way to the ring. Like I said, he was here in the early parts of Universe, but then in the move to 2K19, he did He did go away just due to limitations from mods. But now Humberto is back on Raw, and he is back to take on the Phenomenal One. It's going to be a great contest, I'm sure. So, without any further ado, Styles and Carrillo, here we go. As AJ grabs him to start it off, and a knee strike from AJ. And Humberto with an uppercut. Styles went for a right, Humberto caught him, and now Humberto throws him in the corner, and Humberto Carillo, no, went for a crossbody. AJ Styles, I like a drop kick from AJ. And AJ telling Humberto to bring it on. And Humberto Carillo with a head scissor takedown, Hurricane Rana, excuse me. Kicks him down, and now Humberto with a kick to AJ. And now AJ, arm drag. And now Styles, kick to the back. No, went for a kick to the back. Humberto got him in the head. And Humberto Carillo, right hand, knocking back AJ Styles. Uppercuts him. Into the ropes he goes. And AJ Styles throws Humberto over the top and onto the floor. Humberto trying to get up to his feet. And AJ Styles takes him out. And now Styles picks him back up to his feet. And AJ Styles with Humberto back in the ring. Up to the top rope goes AJ. And AJ Styles, the Phenomenal One, with an elbow drop. Now Styles picks Humberto up, and Styles has him up into the Styles Clash. 1, 2, 3. Well, tonight, Styles makes fairly short work of Humberto Carillo. Carrillo had a good flurry of offense in towards the beginning, but in the end, the Styles Clash puts him away because AJ Styles is just too damn phenomenal. A big win for AJ Styles. Up next, it's our main event. It's Theory versus McIntyre. Ladies and gentlemen, it's main event time. Here comes Austin Theory to the ring. We were talking about superstars that fly under the radar, kind of like Apollo Crews earlier tonight. Austin Theory, I think, kind of falls in that same category. He gets wins here and there, but every time we see him in a big match against someone like a Drew McIntyre, he comes up short. Will he be able to change that tonight when he takes on said Universal Champion Drew McIntyre? I don't know, but Austin Theory making his way to the ring. We haven't seen terribly much of him in the universe. We've seen bits and pieces. We've seen some of what he can do, but we've not seen the full extent of what Austin Theory is capable of. So tonight, Austin Theory is taking on the Universal Champion, the Scottish Psychopath. He's taking on the man that defeated Seth Rollins in a tables, ladders, and chairs match last night. Went through hell and back against Rollins. At one point in time, they called him the Chosen One. We just call him the Universal Champion, Drew McIntyre. McIntyre making his way down to the ring tonight. You gotta wonder, who's next for McIntyre? Well, if Austin Theory can score the upset tonight, it might be him, but I don't know. McIntyre, he's got a full head of steam. We're on the road to WrestleMania. We're getting there. We're only a few months away from the grandest show of them all. And McIntyre, he's the Universal Champion on the road to WrestleMania. That's when you've got the biggest target on your back. And, well, he's got to face a guy like Austin Theory tonight, so it's not a night off for the champion either. So it's McIntyre versus Austin Theory right here, right now. Here we go. As Theory, well, he grabs McIntyre, and Theory knocks him back on the uppercut. Theory off the ropes, and Austin Theory drop kick to the champion. Austin Theory now. Theory going up to the top rope, and Austin Theory. What's he thinking here? Theory dives onto McIntyre. Kind of grazes him more than anything there. And now Theory picking McIntyre up to his feet, and Austin Theory goes for a chop. McIntyre with a right. McIntyre takes him down. And now Drew McIntyre. Was McIntyre really not taking Theory that seriously, it seems? I don't know. As, whoa, well, he tries to dump him over the top, but Theory just showing off. Just because he can. There's McIntyre back in the ring now as Theory, oh, went for an elbow, and McIntyre sidestepped him out. McIntyre turns him over, and Drew McIntyre grabs Austin Theory, and Drew McIntyre takes him down. Kick to the back now. Austin Theory turned over by McIntyre, and McIntyre stomps him in the back of the leg. And Austin Theory's in trouble as McIntyre stomps him in the ribs. And now Theory picked up by McIntyre, and Theory knocks him back. And now Austin Theory grabs McIntyre, sends him off the ropes, and Theory hip toss to the champion. It's been very much all Austin Theory in this matchup. Drew's gotten some offense in, but not much. As Theory again stomping on him. Picks him back up to his feet now, and Austin Theory. Oh, Drew finds the counter and shoves him down. Theory back up to his feet, and McIntyre's got him. And now McIntyre's got Theory. But Theory finding the counter here, and Theory knocking back the champion. Austin Theory now grabs McIntyre, throws him off the turnbuckle, and Theory now kicked in the ribs by Drew. And here comes Drew, who shoves him down. And Drew McIntyre into another cover here. Cover, 1, 2, no. Kick out from Austin Theory. For a kick. Theory out of the way. Theory, whoa, rolls the Universal Champion through. 1, no. Rope break. I think the referee kind of knocked him back on the ropes on that one, though. Theory now grabs McIntyre, and Austin Theory picks him up and drills him into the mat. And now Austin Theory going up at the top rope, and Austin Theory. Oh, Drew. Oh, sidesteps him, and Drew kicked right back up to his feet. Now he's got Austin Theory. And Drew McIntyre putting Theory up against the ropes, and McIntyre bounces him off the ropes. Down he goes. And now what's Drew thinking here? Kicks him in the back. And Drew McIntyre stomps or kicks him in the ribs. And McIntyre now right hands raining down on Austin Theory. And a kick to the ribs knocks him down. Picking him back up to his feet now, and Drew McIntyre. Headbutt! Oh, but Austin Theory managed to kick back up to his feet. Oh, McIntyre's got him, though, and McIntyre with him up on his shoulders. No! Knee into the ribs. Theory quickly out of the ring. Theory rushes back into the ring. Clothesline. And another. Austin Theory off the ropes, and Austin Theory with a drop kick now. And Austin Theory now picking McIntyre up to his feet. Austin Theory, right hand turns him around, has him up. Torture rack position. Look at the strength of Theory. Torture rack, power bombs him. Cover to beat the champion. 2. Oh no, Drew McIntyre kicks out. And now Theory is calling him up to his feet. And Austin Theory to put away the Universal Champion. Turns him around, grabs him, and drills him into the mat. Into a cover. 1, 2. Drew manages to kick out at 2. Drew McIntyre kicks out at 2, and now Austin Theory, he's got to come up with a different game plan. Well, game plan for that. Claymore from McIntyre, who just, because he can, kicked up to his feet as well. And the Universal Champion gets the win in tonight's main event. What a Claymore. That's got to go on the list of best Claymores in the universe, if you ask me. But right there, I thought Theory had it won there. I thought maybe here he had it won. Let's see if we're going to get a replay of this. But right here, bam! Claymore kicked back up to his feet, into the cover, and that was all she wrote. A big win for the Universal Champion tonight, and you've got to be wondering who's going to be next in line to challenge RKO From out of nowhere, Randy Orton just struck the Universal Champion with an RKO. We were about to sign off for the night, and Randy Orton takes down the champion. And Randy Orton standing over Drew McIntyre. Oh, and making the referee hand him the Universal Championship like he's won it. Well, I think we know who believes he's next in line to face Drew McIntyre. Randy Orton holding the Universal Championship above his head like he's won the damn thing. Well, Randy Orton is not Universal Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, keep that in mind. Drew McIntyre is still Universal Champion. Randy Orton is just being a bit delusional, it almost seems. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I've been Xander, and that was Universe.